just because that's something I've been looking forward to do. But I've been holding it intentionally because I'm logical. Like I don't like wasting time too, or I don't like wasting, I guess quality, energy. I guess I'm just big on that. It's like it's a lot of stuff I subconsciously been saving for my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we all kind of like that in the back of our mind. Like it's certain levels we not gonna go to until we literally are married. You know what I'm saying? And you literally are there to where it ain't gonna be no question. So but mine's I just put more emphasis. Like man, I'm gonna hold all of it back until it's really that time. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
and that's where with this has been different for me because it was me holding all of that back till I knew I wanted to marry this person. Like this the only woman I've ever actually wanted to marry. I've always been I've always been in relationships with the goal of getting to that. So that's always been the conversation. Like people, somebody. I can imagine girls from my past hearing that and be like, "No, he wanted to marry me." No, I wanted to get to the point where we were going to get married. This is the only woman I've ever actually wanted to marry. Was making plans to marry, shopping for rings, things of that nature.
but so what you saying that? Because that's a it's crazy that you just said that because I was gonna ask you that too a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Because this is just how shout out man, shout out God did. It's just bro, like I said, I got this beastie level of discernment, but like I said, it's due to my spirituality. I can sense things without people even being able to say them. Since this time we've been reconnected, I've had a feeling that because we've chopped it up over the last couple of years enough to where I'm like, I got an idea about your past relationships and stuff. But in my mind, I had a sense that that's how invested you were. Yeah, yeah. I picked up on that. I was like, why do I got a feeling, bro? I haven't asked you that, but I had a feeling you was gonna say that. Cause I could tell, cause I can when you talk about how you navigate in a relationship, I ain't never heard you talk like that about any woman.
Only woman I was ever actually taking steps to marry, making
In your
plans.
in your mind, your emotions, your
Yeah,
yeah,
making
everything.
making physical plans, like taking them steps. That's that was yeah, that was never a thing. That was never a thing with any other girl to where it's like, okay, let's get a date together where I'm going to propose to this girl.
Yeah, yeah. That's why Keion he thought it was over. I said, wait, Keion, he wouldn't have told us like that. Like, yeah, yeah. He said, then the nigga that was another one of his examples of the dry communication. He said, happy early congratulations. Like, god damn,
No,
Keion, that was pretty
and I ain't say
like
nothing
that's it.
since.
Like if he told us that's what he did,
Yeah,
that's
that's
how
how
you
you
would
would
Yeah,
yeah,
have.
like
that would have been planned, and y'all would have been in attendance. But this is the only one. So when it comes to you saying like it's stuff we holding back until we married, it's stuff that I held back up until I knew I was going to marry her. So I this stuff is stuff that she's seen, no other woman has seen. Like it's places I've let myself get to. No other woman has seen. Like work I was willing to do, stuff I was willing to bend on, stuff I was willing to adjust, compromises I was willing to make that no other woman has seen me make for them, I would make for her. So when you said it was funny that you say that, like it was stuff that you holding back until you really there. These is the steps. Like I was a little early. I'm a little earlier than being there, but it was I in my head. It's me. In my head, this is my person. That's me. That's my girl. It's not gonna be nobody else. She not gonna have nobody else.
yeah, man, and that's why, man. Even with you saying that, bro, it's like I said, the way my mind going right now, boy. Like I said, we gonna probably need 2 more hours, man. But it's like,
I'm
is
waiting
it?
on you.
Huh?
I'm waiting to cheer you on.
What? Oh, you talking about the relationship? Yeah, yeah, man, yeah. That's what everybody been saying. Yeah. Cause yeah, and even with you saying that, man, I appreciate you. And transparently, like I said, that is something I can say is that I do have at this point in my life, even though I am still single, based on what God has done in my life, particularly in 2024, the different, women that I've dated um, and things like that. He has revealed to me that my time definitely probably is coming soon. I can say that,
It's still the same one, right?
huh? Yeah, and we had, I mean, Keion was there today, and then yeah. So from who I told you about, so yeah, like I said, I'm a Like I said, it's based on what I know. I don't know too much, like I said, because of how how the programming works. You got to stay safe until you're proven otherwise, proven guilty. But
I
so it's
mean,
like,
I could wait for you, dog. No, because you know how when you get into a relationship with someone, they become the female become another version of you. I ain't ready for both of y'all to be on my ass, though. I ain't ready to get therapy by both of y'all. No, I'll tell you, I'm here both of y'all like, all right.
Man, that's the season I'm finna be in, man. Cheering for the homies, bro.
Yeah, I'm be
and
happy,
I
but
ain't
I'll be
gonna.
mad. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
all
gonna be funny,
right,
Ken.
both
I
on
can tell
my.
you, and I can tell you this, Ken. Like I said, I'm still, receiving what God is doing, based on. But I can also say this too. Just I'm gonna do like a triple entendre thing. The reason why, or this is like me giving you the advice on like this is why I'm excited for you on kind of with the motivation Keion gave you from the mental side. I'm excited for your spiritual journey and you elevating in your relationship with God because I know that's gonna do wonders for you. You know what I'm saying? Particularly because I know your heart, I know your life. You know what I'm saying, and your story. So it's gonna provide you a different level of confirmation when it comes to that one thing. Which is why the reason why I'm so confident in what I'm saying is because the source been telling me certain things. That's the only reason why I'm talking like I promise y'all I wouldn't. Man, come on now. Y'all know, you been knew how I am, and I'm the same way now. You know what I'm saying that I was, and Keion been here the whole time through. So it's like I don't mess around when it comes to like really opening myself up for that. But particularly God has really put me in a lot of critical and intentional dating experiences in 2024 to where it's really healthily opened up my mind and helped me really let go of a lot of unhealthy habits and tendencies that I had in my dating experiences and in my own personal life to where I'm really like in a more clear focus understanding of what I'm looking for in a woman, and finally at a place in my life to where I can confidently say I know now that's what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a beautiful thing, man.
I said I feel like, especially with the way you're talking right now, I feel like it's gonna be
Yeah,
what it's
man.
supposed
Like
to
I
be for
said,
you.
bro, I can confidently say, like I said, I can't say too much, but it's like I can confidently say that I'm thankful for my counsel. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, you know what I'm saying? My brother Nate, my cousin Roman, you know what I'm saying? Montreal, my big brothers, you know what I'm saying? To where it's been critical people I've been continuously talking to and getting counsel from over these last 6-7 months. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a lot, and it's like for me, it's scary for me because like I said, the only difference is I haven't really been in a real relationship, you know what I'm saying? I've done all of the real things with it, but I've never gone the step of, making it official with the titles and then living together. I ain't did all of that. So it's like because the way my mind works, I got one good one in
But
me, but
the thing about
yeah.
it, I take that though. I take that from you. I got one good thing in me because my thing is, I feel like you might have got your heart broke before, but I feel like you ain't been through too much relationship strife. Like that it creates an exhaust. It creates a like being in multiple to where you go through certain things with one, and then you go through certain things with another, then you go through certain things with another. It creates an exhaust. So if you what you kind of, I ain't gonna say keep yourself away from it, but in the sense you have kept, yeah, you've been protecting that spot for the one you think is worth giving that spot to. All your exhaust and work and wherewithal and everything, if anything is gonna be, if it's gonna be on one person, that's cool. It'll be great because you ain't expended none of that. You ain't expended none of that energy to say I don't have this in me anymore. You don't have, yeah, you don't have, you're not in that position. So I feel like that first one, if that's really your attitude going in it, you can give them everything, and you won't even have to give too much because of who you are and kind of how I know you're gonna make sure certain things are in line with her as far as how you are with each other. It won't hopefully it won't be too much strife to where it won't be something to handle, something that you can't handle because y'all would be aligned on certain levels just off top.
Right.
So,
Facts.
hey man,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm gonna be at the
Yeah,
wedding, cause if
yeah, yeah,
you need
yeah.
me to
I
do a number
appreciate it.
like
Yeah,
I'm
it's gonna be a
I'm
modern king's wedding, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. And but what I can say, I feel like because I remember Keion had, you had spoke some things into manifestation on a pod that we did like a year ago. Remember when I asked you, I was like, "You think you can marry this woman?" Remember when I said that? And you called it out on the pod. Now I ain't gonna do all that right now. Let's be easy. Like my dad say, keep it
man, I'm
premium.
calling it out, man. I'm I'm rooted for both of you niggas, man. I'm waiting on y'all, man. I'm waiting on you too. Start talking, cause you said 3 years. We we need a proposal by 5. So we need you. So we need you. So we need you to be talking by 5. So we need you to be talking by 5.
I'm just gonna pull the ring out like you know what this means.
See, that's why the nigga need to talk. Cause what the hell you talking about? You ain't gonna say too much.
Based on what he said, Keion, she gonna walk in, it's gonna be on the table. He gonna be like, oh yeah, I thought you would have knew. That's what she gonna be like. Dang, you ain't gonna ask
I
me.
would have been dressed for the wedding. Come on, ain't you
I
coming?
ain't got you a ring before, so you know what the ring
Yeah,
for.
Keion gonna be like, come on now, you know it. Keion gonna hit her with the come on now. Already, you basically know. Like, are we basically that?
But the speech gonna be funny. Hey, why else am I here?
Yeah.
Right, if you can't have a crowd at this nigga proposal.
Hey, that boy
his proposal
Keion.
gonna have to be in one of the decorated hotel rooms.
Yeah,
So you have a crowd.
Keion, I'm gonna have to speak.
Everybody
for
else
him.
everybody else
Hey,
be.
Keion, I'm gonna
You're
have
the
to
love of
speak
my
for
life.
this man. I'm like, okay,
You're the love
look.
of my life. You're the woman that's blah 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 blah. He gonna be.
Yeah, that's
So
hilarious,
listen.
bro. That's why it's gonna be such a beautiful
You
thing.
gonna say her
man.
first, middle, and last name.
Yeah, and then he gonna be like,
Will
Keith,
you marry
take
me?
it away.
Will you marry me? That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Dog.
Yeah, you
But
ain't supposed to say it like that.
But yeah, man, that's one thing for sure.
I thought that's how it would have went.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure for Keion. Keion, yeah, I already called it. I called it when he first got it. I already knew what time it was. I already called it for him because, like I said, I can see it because I got a different level of discernment, particularly with the spirit and all of them things too. To where, like I said, that's the benefit why I'm excited for you is because humbly, you got some ammunition and resources you didn't have before. If based on your current life circumstance, if it does go the way that it's looking like it's gonna go, I'm confident that when it's time for that real one, you know, you're gonna have the right proper resources. You know what I'm saying? Particularly, that's why I'm excited for our relationship to keep growing because I already know that's gonna be it. Like I said, I can call him out, boy. Like, yeah, man. Like I said, I'm like a genie with it. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because with Keion, with the past situation, I could have told. I didn't had a lot of callers, even the ones that wasn't it. I could have told niggas. You know what I'm saying? But it's like based on my relationship with them, I can't say or I choose to say or not to say because I don't like spoiling people's minds and you know what I'm saying. But if you opening that door and if you want my perspective, I know how to give non-biased, healthy, balanced, counsel when it comes to that. So it's like say all that to say is like that's why I'm excited for where I believe God has brought me to when it comes to my current current life, you know what I'm saying, and relationship status, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm 100% single, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, but I do have an idea of where I could be going, you know what I'm saying? And that gave me a different level of peace I haven't had before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I can say that, what I was gonna say was pulling it, in the spirit of something like Keion is like now in 2026, we might be talking about a different conversation. I might be able to confidently say where I'm at on the pod, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm confident in about a year's time. Because as we know, as men, it don't take us that long to figure out whether or not we about to do it or not, or about who we want to choose, you know what I'm saying? So it's not going to, but based on my current circumstance, I'm confident that, by 2026, we're gonna have an answer of where and the way I look at it too, even just saying like, the reason why I haven't given my relationship title to a woman so soon in my life is because I look at that as basically I'm calling you my wife. That's how serious I take it. That's why I haven't said it. That's how I'm like dead serious like that. If I'm saying you my girlfriend, I'm basically saying you my wife. That I don't like. Why are we doing Because the way I've looked at it, logically, you didn't talk about it. Is like if we know it's not gonna be that, let's just stay single and just date and do whatever we gonna. That's how I look at it. Just be logical.
That's the ultimate step. Yeah, like yeah. If you know now you're not trying to get there, then why?
Yeah, again, to be respectful to my partner, that's why I only been in 3 relationships compared to the girls I've been with. So again, my view on relationships is that we're working to marriage. That's why it's only ever been 3 compared to the women I've been with. So again, all 3 of the women I could married and not had any problems with.
Yeah, you were confident in the long term. It's a long term commitment and investment basically. Because it's like if I'm man, because like I said, y'all that's why y'all haven't seen me say that. I don't say that. I don't play that game. Now, when you see it, y'all gonna and like I said, I can say that too, because I can't get too excited because I'm still in the conception phases. But it's like based on what you said, the funny part is, I if it turns out to be what I believe is gonna be, when the more and more y'all see her, it's gonna be like it's gonna make sense. Like
So what happened when she said you taking too long? Cause
you said when she say I'm taking too long. Nah, but even just on a funny tip, I don't believe that's gonna be the case. I think it would actually be reversed with my scenario. Yeah, so where it's like based on off camera, we gonna talk more details on the current update, but yeah, no, it don't. I've but now because I went through that too many times, so where it's like, all right, now already know how to avoid that because I've heard that too a lot of times. So it's like, so what is how we y'all know how it
yeah,
be.
yeah.
What
What we
is
doing?
we?
What we doing?
I
Yeah,
done
yeah.
heard that so much, so I'm like, okay,
Especially give me a few days. I can see women.
yeah, no, yeah, I didn't heard that enough. So I'm like, nah. When it come to me choosing for real, it's not gonna be that. I'm gonna be on it. Like I'm ready to go. Like that's how my mind is, and I'm mature enough. I'm at a different level of maturity in my life now, and my spiritual understanding and mental understanding to where it's like, man, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. But I will say, like I said, I'm excited for y'all to see that for me too, and of course I'm excited for myself. But I just want to really, I'm excited to also be a living example of what it's supposed to be like. You know what I'm saying? And just being able to like healthily, really just practice what I preach. I really want to live what I preach in real life, man. Like I don't want to be one of the people that be like, man, I've been, not saying there's nothing wrong with it because everybody' life circumstance is different. But for me personally, based on my purpose and everything, I already know, man. I can't play them games. You know what I'm saying? I can't do the back and forth, in and out. Let me wake up, come back, baby, back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like we ain't doing that. I'm trying to be, intentional, especially because, another, just to the motivation to the viewers is like, as a man, you got to be fully it'll be easier to identify your wife when you are fully confident in who you are as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like when you fully understand your purpose, your calling on your life, and where you actually supposed to be going, you're gonna really understand, like, okay, this is who I am wholeheartedly, no matter who I got in my life. So when it comes to selecting a wife, I already know everything I want and need, in a partner. So that's why I always encourage the men out there, man, to really take that time. I'm real big on the singleness thing. That's been my, how you say with your genuine and my greatest word and motivation aside from God has been, man, really take advantage of your singleness because it will save you so many heartbreak. It will save you so much trial and error. You know what I'm saying? To where like how you said, I did it intentionally and unintentionally protecting myself because I'm like, man, if I, because also too on the side note with that, I've done that because I know if I go all the way, I plan to finish it. You know what I'm saying? But also, me and my cousin talked about this the other day. Is that I'm pretty sure y'all can all relate with this. Is like, man, we love genuinely. So it's like, as opposed to, and it's not a bad thing when it comes to women, but women typically, uh, they love, like I said, based on proximity and what we're doing for them. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go because they look for provision. If you're not providing these things, they're gonna be like, oh, sure, I'm gonna go to the man that's providing it. But for us, if we genuinely want you, it's not a game, it's not a gimmick. You don't gotta do all that. I ain't gotta be affectionate. I don't gotta communicate. Hey, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So